Hey guys, so today we're going to look at solving equations that have variables on both sides of the equal sign. All right, so let's look at the first example up here. So let me turn on my pen. So the first thing you notice is that we have 8x on the left side of the equal sign and a 3x on the right side. Now we can't combine these terms because they're on different sides of the equal sign. So what we're going to do is move one of the variables from one side of the equal sign to the other. Usually I always pick the smaller variable. So I'm going to get rid of this positive 3x. The only way to cancel out a 3x is by subtracting 3x. And I'm going to do that to both sides of the equal sign. So 8x minus 3x is 5x. Bring down plus 15. Bring down the equal sign. I canceled this out. So on the right side now I have left a negative 20. So I want this variable x by itself on one side of the equal sign. So I have to get rid of this 5 and 15. So I'm going to cancel out a positive 15 by subtracting 15 from both sides of the equal sign. So I'm going to extend my line here. So 15 minus 15 is 0. So I'm going to bring down 5x equals, and negative 20 minus 15, if you're not sure, put it in your calculator. Negative 20 combined with negative 15 is negative 35. And now this means 5 times x. So the opposite of multiplying by 5, I'm going to divide by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 1 times x is x. And negative 35 divided by 5 is negative 7. And that's the answer. And of course, you can always check your equation answers. So 8 times negative 7 is negative 56 plus 15 is equal to 3 times negative 7 is negative 21 minus 20. And when I check my math, I see that I end up with a negative 41 on both sides of the equal sign, which is true, which tells me my answer here is correct. Right? So you can always check your answers. All right, number 2, I'm going to draw a line. That means I cannot combine across that line. It also means that whatever I write on one side of the line, I'm going to write on the other side. So I have 9n on the left side, 7n on the right side. So I'm going to cancel out the smallest one. So my smallest n is 7n. To get rid of a positive term, I'm going to subtract the term from both sides of the equal sign. So 9n minus 7n is 2n minus 2. Bring down my equal sign. This is gone. I bring down my 50. Now I got to get rid of this 2 times n and minus 2. You always start with adding and subtracting, canceling those out first when you're solving equations. So to get rid of a minus 2, I'm going to say plus 2, plus 2. So this is gone. So I'm bringing down 2n is equal to 50 plus 2 is 52. And then finally, the opposite of times 2 is divided by 2. So I'm going to get rid of that. And my answer is 26. So if I plug in 26 up here on both sides of the equal sign, I'm going to get a true statement. And I know my answer is correct. Number 3, I have a negative 5y on the left side of the equal sign and a positive y on the opposite side. So I'm going to make my line. I'm going to get rid of the negative 5y. So the opposite, or how I get rid of a negative 5y, is I'm going to add 5y to both sides of the equal sign. Bring that down. So I bring down my 18. This goes away. I canceled it. 1y plus 5y is 6y plus 4. Now my y is on the right side of the equal sign, so I'm going to get rid of this times 6 and plus 4. So I'm going to do the opposite of plus 4 first, which is subtracting 4. So I'm going to say 18 minus 4 is 14 equals 6y. This 4 is gone. So the opposite of times 6 is divided by 6. So I'm going to get rid of that. This is a fraction, an improper fraction. I can divide them both by 2. So I get 7 over 3. And I can leave it at 7/3. I could turn it into a mixed number. I could say 2 1/3, or I could divide 7 by 3 and I would get 2.33333. So any of these answers, either this answer is fine, or 2 1/3 is fine, or 2.333 repeating is fine. All right, and just to make sure, I'm going to plug that in. So in the top, I'm going to put 18 minus 5 times, in parentheses, I'm going to write 7/3. Whoops. 5 times 7/3 equals, I got 19/3. So on the right side, I'm going to put 7/3 plus 4 is also 19/3. So my calculator helped me figure out that I have the right answer. All right, number 4, I'm going to draw my line here. And I'm going to move my smallest a. So my smallest a is -7a. So to get rid of that negative term, I'm going to add 7a to both sides of the equal sign. So guys, you really should be working these with me. You should be pausing the video and trying them on your own and then checking your answer. It's the best way to learn how to do these. So this first term is gone. I bring down my -10. I bring down 20. And then -3a plus 7a is +4a. So here's my a. I want to get rid of these two numbers on the right side of the equal sign. So I'm going to subtract 20 from both sides first. So -10 minus 20 is -30. On the right side, my 20s are gone. I'm going to bring down 4a. And now this says 4 times a. The opposite of times 4 is divided by 4. A equals, I could divide both of these numbers by 2. So I get -15/2. I can leave it like that, or I could say the answer is -7.5 or -7.5, or I could leave it as an improper fraction. That's totally fine. All right, how you guys doing? Let me erase this. You can start trying these on your own whenever you feel ready. All right, number 5. So I'm going to draw a line at my equal sign. I'm going to get rid of my smallest d. So I'm going to get rid of -16d by adding 16d to both sides of the equal sign. I said d, but I wrote an a. So 11 plus 16 would be 27d equals 81. And then the opposite of times 27 is divided by 27. So D is equal to 81 divided by 27 is 3. So 3 is my correct answer. On number 6, so when I do my line here, the first thing I notice is that I have like terms over here. So as long as they're on the same side of the equal sign, you have to combine like terms. So I'm going to bring everything else down. And then I'm going to add together 5 plus 9. I get 14 plus 6x. All right, I'm going to move my smallest variable, which is this -x. So the opposite of -x is +x. +x. So now I bring down my -22. This is gone. I bring down 14 plus 6x plus 1x is 7x. I want x by itself, so I'm going to get rid of this 14. So I'm going to subtract 14 from both sides. This is gone. I bring down my 7x. I bring down -36, right? And then the opposite of times 7 is divided by 7. So x is equal to, I can leave it as -36/7, or I could say 7 goes into -36 -5 times with 1 left over, or I could write my answer as a fraction. I meant decimal by putting it in my calculator. All right, number 7. I'm going to combine like terms when they're together on one side of the equal sign. So these are like terms. So 10b minus 3b, 10 minus 3 is 7. So 7b minus 25 equals 4b minus 1. So I'm going to get rid of my smallest variables, which is a +4b. I'm going to subtract 4b from both sides. So 7b minus 4b is 3b minus 25 equals -1. I want b by itself, so I'm going to add 25 to both sides. Add 25. I get 3b is equal to 24. The opposite of times 3 is divided by 3. And b is equal to 8. And of course, I can check my answer to make sure that's correct. Number 8. All right, I'm going to combine all these like terms on the right side of the equal sign. On the left side, I don't have any like terms. So 3 minus 1 is 2w, and 2 plus 4 is 6w. So now I'm going to move that smallest w. So I bring down 33, and then 15 minus 6 is positive 9w. And then I go, oh no, I canceled these two things out, which means I have a 0. So I could have, instead of moving the 6w, I could have moved the 15w originally. But so anyway, I want w by itself. The only way to get rid of these two terms is to subtract 33 from both sides. So that's gone. 9w is equal to -33. And then when I divide both sides by 9, I know I can divide both of these numbers right here by 3. So I get -11/3, which is fine. I can keep that answer. I could get -3 2/3, or I could get -3.66666. So all of those answers are fine. All right, moving on. Let me get rid of all this stuff. This is lots of practice. So when you guys do all these with me, you should feel good about doing all these problems on your own. All right, so 9 times m is 9m. 9 times -2 is -18. And bring over m plus 40. Get rid of my smallest m, which is 1m. So I have 8m minus 18 is equal to 40. Get rid of minus 18. I'm going to add 18 to both sides. So I end up with 8m is equal to 58. Divide both sides by 8. I know they're both even numbers, so I could half both of my answers. So that would be what, 29/4. I can leave it in that form, or I could say 7 1/4, or I could say 7.25. So all these answers are good. This one, or this one, or this one. They're all good. Okay. All right, number 11, I'm going to, let me get rid of this stuff so I can have more room to write. So I'm going to use my distributive property. So 3 times 2p is 6p. 3 times 7 is 21. 15 times p is 15p. And then 15 times -4 is -60. All right, move my smallest p, which is 6p. So I have 21 equals 9p minus 60. Going to move that minus 60 because I want p by itself. So that would be 81 is equal to 9p. And then when I divide both sides by 9, I get p is equal to 9. I like when I get those whole numbers as answers. So number 12, first thing I'm going to do is use the distributive property. So I have 5x plus 22 minus 8x equals 82 plus x. So 5x combined with -8x is -3x plus 22 is equal to 82 plus x. So now I'm going to move the smallest x, which is -3x. I'm going to add 3x to both sides. So I have 22 equals 82 plus 4x. Then I'm going to get rid of 82. So that would be -60.
Kaylee Tatum, please come to the counselor's office. Kaylee Tatum to the counselor's office.
And then when I divide -60 by 4, I get negative 15. So my answer is x is equal to negative 15. Well, these are getting longer, you guys. They're not necessarily harder, just a little bit more work, right? All right, I hope you guys are trying some of these on your own. So I'm going to use a distributive property. So I have 16 minus 15t plus 20 equals 8 times negative 2 is negative 16t plus 88. Combine like terms, I have negative 15t, then I add 16 plus 20 and I get plus 36. Bring down everything on the right side. All right, I'm going to move my smallest t. My smallest t is negative 16, so I'm going to add 16t to both sides. So negative 15 plus 16 is 1t, and 1 times t is t. I'm going to bring down plus 36 and 88. So now all I do is subtract that 36 from both sides. So t is equal to 52. T is equal to 52. All right, I think we got 4 more, you guys. So number 14, we're going to use the distributive property. So 7 times 7c is 49c plus 7 minus 4c equals 39c minus 26. Going to combine like terms. 49 minus 4 is 45c plus 7. Bring everything on the right side down. So I'm going to move my smaller c, which is minus 39c. So 45 minus 39 is 6c plus 7 equals negative 26. Then I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. So I have 6c is equal to negative 33. And then to get rid of times, it won't let me write there. I'm going to divide both sides by 6, and c is equal to negative 33 over 6, or I could write negative 5 1/2. That's good, or negative 5.5. All right, 15. Use a distributive property. I get 60 plus 24y equals 4y minus 6 plus 9y. Combine like terms. There's none on the left side, so I'll bring down my terms like I see them. On the right side, I'm going to add 4y plus 9y, and that's 13y minus 6. Move my smaller y to the left side. So I'm going to bring down 60 plus 11y equals negative 6. So then I'm going to add or subtract 60 from both sides. So I have 11y is equal to negative 66. And then when I divide by 11, I get that y is equal to negative 6. That's my answer. Hopefully you got it right. Number 16, I'm going to bring down 3q minus, I'm going to combine these first. All right, so 3q minus 16q is negative 13q. So that's negative 13q equals 7 minus 16q minus 6. So then I'm going to combine those like terms on the right side. 7 minus 6 is 1 minus 16q. I'm going to get rid of my smallest q by adding 16q. Adding 16q. So negative 13 plus 16 is positive 3q. And then I have 1. So then when I divide by 3, it ends up that q is equal to 1/3. Yep, that looks right. If I make a mistake, y'all find it and send me a message and I'll give you some extra credit for finding my mistake. All right, number 17. 14 minus 15t plus 36 is equal to 1 minus 20t, and then -1 times +1 is -1. So now on the left side, we're going to combine 14 plus 36. That would be 50. So 50, right? Yep. Minus 15t equals, here we have 1 minus 1, which is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0, so we're going to bring down -20t. So we want, even though this is our smallest t, we want to get t by itself. So I'm going to add 15t to both sides. So I'll have t over here by itself on the right side. So I'm going to bring down 50, that's gone, equals -20t plus 15t is -5t. Then when I divide both sides by -5, our last answer is t is equal to -10. Oh my goodness, I'm worn out. How about you guys? All right, so I hope that helped. I hope you guys did those along with me. So those are the type problems you're going to do today. So do your very best. If you need my help, please let me know. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you later.